transportation down in our Salt Lake office. I've been with Swift going on 14 years. I started out in Salt Lake, and I've kind of moved across the country, done various different things. I've been in the safety aspect of it for the last 8+ years, going on 9. And so basically what I do is I review crashes, workers' comp issues, root causes of how the crash happened, why did it happen, did it have to happen, what can we do to improve crashes, so that they don't take place out on the highway or anywhere, to reduce our frequency. And so I brought with me today Mike Gallegos. He is one of our veteran drivers. He's been with us for 20 years. He has been working down at Kimberly Clark and Kenco, just right down here. You can see Kimberly Clark building right down there in far west, where all the trailers are down there. He's been down there for the last 15 years as one of our local drivers. And so he has a little bit different setup as far as his truck and trailer goes, because he doesn't have the sleeper that goes on the back of most trucks, because he is a local driver, so they don't need that. And so I'm going to turn the time over to Mike, and Mike is going to basically talk to us about the no zone and what the no zone is and how it applies to you, so that you know how to drive around big trucks out there on the highway.
All right, we're going to talk a little bit about the no zone. Is anybody here familiar with big trucks? Ever been around them? Ever been in them? So, just a couple. So anyways, what the no zone is, it is nothing but blind spots and just areas that you could just disappear in that we don't realize or know that you're there. So anyways, we have all your driver's ed cars parked in our biggest blind spots. So what you'll see is this car behind us. I cannot see any car, any vehicle that's behind me up to about 25 car lengths behind. I can't see nothing back there. That is one of my biggest blind spots, but it's not my most worrisome blind spot. My most worrisome would be the right-hand side of the truck. That is the biggest blind spot in the no zone. That can go up to 2 to 3 lanes out where I can't see anything. So I always drive in lane 1, sometimes lane 2, depending on where I'm at in traffic. If I'm going through a city, I'm usually in lane 2 because you got a lot of traffic going on and off the freeway. One of the things that you want to remember is in the no zone, you don't want to be there. You don't want to hang out there. There's times that you get stuck because of traffic, the flow of traffic, but you just don't want to be in these areas. It's not safe for you. So try to avoid them. But anyways, back to the right-hand blind spot in the no zone. That is the biggest area. One thing you never want to do is pass on the right-hand side. You just put yourself into more danger than what you need to be. I usually get over for traffic if I can. It opens me up for more problems on that right-hand side. I turn on my turn signal to get back over. Sometimes I get cars that speed up and get right in my blind spot and just hang there. But I know they're there. So I try not to do anything. A lot of it's courtesy, you know, just being over there, being in the blind spots. Anyway, when you get in and out of the truck, you'll see all the blind spots. One other thing that we have up here in the no zone is I see this quite a bit. Not only truck drivers do this, but also cars do this. This is one of the most dangerous things to do, is get in front of a truck like this. Right now, I could not see the tail light. So if you were to put on your brakes, I would not see that. This is a very dangerous area for you. This truck will not bump you. It's going to do major damage if it doesn't go over the top of you. Most of the time, they just go over the top of cars. I see this quite a bit. I see truck drivers, unprofessional drivers, that will ride up on cars on the freeway like this, and they just stay there. I see cars, and I have it happen to me all the time. Cars get right in there. It's like I don't know, it's like kind of like a magnet or something. They're going to go around me and they jump right in front of me instead of giving distance. You want to definitely keep your distance from these trucks. If this car, like I said, if this car was to hit its brakes, I would have no stopping time. Absolutely none. So one of our policies is we need to keep at least 3 truck lengths of distance between us and the vehicle in front of us. Now that doesn't happen at all times. It's harder to do in city driving. You get a lot of people that cut in and out. But you just got to pay attention and slow down. Right here, this car right here, this is another blind spot. It's on the driver's side. It's not such a big blind spot, but it is a blind spot. So anyways, all these cars are stationed in blind spots. You'll see that as you get in and out of the truck. With this day cab, this is different than an OTR truck. I got the window in the back. If it was an OTR truck, if I looked through that, it would be the sleeper berth. OTR truck, I have about 5 more feet of sleeper on there, so the truck is extended out, which makes the blind spots even bigger, which is mainly what you'll deal with out there on the freeways, and you will deal with big trucks because they're everywhere. So the thing is you want to be courtesy, pay attention, keep eye contact with the driver if you're going to pass him. Make eye contact. That's one of the biggest things before I pass a truck. Don't hang around in the blind spots in the no zone, which is what this is. One of the dangers that you wind up with hanging out in this is that a lot of trucks run recaps. Those are tires that have been retreaded. A lot of times you don't know if they're going to go bad. They do go bad. They separate. You get long pieces of rubber that come off them. We call them road gators. You probably see them laying on the freeway all the time. Pieces, great big chunks of tire. Very, very dangerous. Those are coming off in very high rates of speed. I've seen them go through car windshields. They do so much damage. They can kill you. It's just very dangerous. You never know when one's going to go, but you hope that you catch it before it does. Back there on the trailer tandems, that's what we call them. They're called tandems, trailer tires. A lot of companies run recaps on trailers, so it's a lot cheaper. But, you know, that's just things that you want to stay away from, especially the tires. But when you are going to pass a truck, just get eye contact with the driver. Drivers are constantly looking through their mirrors, or they should be anyways. So we're going to take a walk in the back just to get a visual of and a feeling of how far back it is before the driver can actually see there's something back there. So when we come back, we'll split up into 2 groups, one on the driver, one on the passenger side. We'll give you each an opportunity to get in the truck, sit and look through your mirrors, see what you can see. You know, see if you can see these cars as a driver, what you can see of these cars on your right-hand side, mainly. See what you can see on this car in front of you, the car behind you, see if you can see that. This car on the side of you, you'll catch glimpses. We have a lot of mirrors in there, a lot of Connex mirrors. They help us out immensely, but your eyes are constantly going through there, and when you're going at freeway speeds, cars sneak in really quick. So you can just go through all your mirrors and bam, there's a car there. That you just glanced, there wasn't a car there, and now there's a car there. You didn't see it.
Hey, just so these guys have an understanding, if you're on a 4-hour shift on the road, how many times would you encounter a dangerous situation blind spot-wise? Just so these guys know how common it actually is.
It's constant. It's a constant danger anytime that truck is moving. Anytime you're on the freeway, you're constantly scanning. Throughout the years, I've learned to look and notice things that are potential danger to me and to you as a driver. But it's constant danger because you never know. It's always a different driver. It's always different people. It can happen so quickly. It's just constant.
So what he's saying, this isn't like, maybe it's rush hour, maybe it's more busy, maybe it's all the time. If there's a truck and you're passing a truck or you're close to a truck, it can always be a dangerous situation if you're both not careful. So we need to understand it's not just, always. On the freeway, passing, behind, in front, it always can be dangerous if you're not careful.
Exactly. So I'm going to show you 3-point stance on how to get in and out of the truck. This is one of our safety policies. Please follow it. It does hurt if you fall out of the truck, and I have broken my hand falling out of the truck. So, and I just fell out of the truck. Brett. I was hanging on, but I did slip and fall. So the steps are slick. So really make sure you have good hand grips and good footing. But when I was just getting out of the truck, I did slip. So
I'm putting our disclaimer out right now. Weaver's not responsible for your clumsiness. Just saying.
So anyways, we have 2 hand bars here. So this is a 3-point stance. You always want 3 points of contact. Make sure you have good footing. And always make sure your hands are on good, secure footing. Always keep one hand holding on while you slide into the truck. So just slide in. Go ahead and shut the door. Look through the mirrors. See what you can see, especially these cars on your right-hand side. The right-hand side is the biggest part of the no zone. It's the biggest blind spot out there. So, again, 3 points of contact. You do one step at a time. Alright, Brett's going to get in the truck. We're going to take a walk behind the truck and see how far it is, the distance-wise, on where the driver can actually see what's behind him. So, it's kind of interesting. So, if you just get behind the truck, you just walk backwards, you can actually see, you can feel how... No, you don't.
That brings the first quarter to an end with the score no thousand.
You got X amount of time to get the animals on the trailer. Water. What? You're usually fine if.
Justin only on the stop. Also number 3, Holden.
So to sit on the other side and be what it's like to be a driver, sitting inside here of the semi-truck, you can see their controls are a little different, right? But more importantly than the controls, we're talking about what they can see and what they can't see. So we just showed you the car. We know how close it is in front. If I'm the driver here, I can't see a thing in front of me. So if he slams on the brakes, I'm done. There's no way I'm stopping before I hit him. There's a few feet in front of myself and this car. However, I can't tell how far that is, and the biggest problem is I can't see the the light. So this would be a definite no zone to be in the front where you can't see. All right, as I start to look out the mirrors. All right, so the mirrors allows me to see that car. So that car's there, I can see it. All right, probably not the best place to be in. However, I can see it. I know it's there as it sneaks in and out at highway speeds. Might be a little bit harder in different points as it's passing me on the left. But like the driver said, not the biggest concern we have. All right, our bigger concern is over here on the right. So as we look to the right of the car, all right, and we look at the mirrors, I know that there are 2 cars there. I just filmed them. There's 2 cars, but I can't see them. So on the right, I mean, I'd have to lean forward, and then I can kind of see the corner of a car. So I can't see the cars anywhere in there, but yet there's 2 cars in my blind spot that I can't see. So on the right is super dangerous. All right, behind us, we don't have a rear view mirror, so on these same mirrors, if we're going to look for a rear view mirror, all we have is something there. We can't see through the trailer. All right, so I can't see the car that was behind me. I know there's a car behind me. I can't see it. All right, also, I have a car right down here at the front. So sitting in my seat now, I can't see it. Literally, I'd have to pick the camera up and show you that there's a car right there. So coming from a driver's perspective, these no zones are super dangerous. At 75 miles an hour, people will be coming and going. So it's hard enough to keep track of a stationary car. And then when the cars are coming and going, these would be dangerous areas to be in.